2026 might become the hottest year in human history, and most people don't know why. The words hang in the air, heavy with unspoken dread. They are not designed to frighten, but to awaken. This is a moment to sit up, to listen closely to what our planet is telling us. It is a story being written not in books, but in the rising temperatures of our oceans, the shifting patterns of our winds. This is not a distant problem for a future generation. It is unfolding now, in the silent, vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Its effects are already beginning to ripple across the continents, touching us all. This warning comes with the full weight of global science. The World Meteorological Organization has seen the signs, and they are unmistakable. In the great equatorial heart of the Pacific, the surface waters are warming at an alarming rate. Climate models, run independently across the world, are in stark agreement. A familiar, powerful force is stirring from its slumber. To understand what is coming, we must first understand El Niño. In its simplest form, it is a grand, natural rhythm of the ocean and the atmosphere. Imagine the tropical Pacific as a vast reservoir of solar energy, a colossal battery. In a normal year, steady trade winds blow east to west. These winds act like a conveyor belt, piling warm water toward Australia and Indonesia. Cool, nutrient-rich waters upwell along South America. During El Niño, trade winds weaken, sometimes even reverse. The pooled, warm water sloshes east, spreading across the central and eastern Pacific. This is not small. The warm area can exceed the size of the continental United States. The ocean releases stored heat into the atmosphere. Jet streams shift, weather systems reorganize. A Super El Niño is this process on an extreme scale. The term is not used lightly. It is reserved for the most powerful events, when the key Pacific region warms by more than 2 degrees Celsius. One scientist called it the Earth's dangerous fever. Rare. Only 5 strong events since 1950. The last, 2015-16, drove record heat. Now, WMO and model ensembles point to likely onset May-July 2026, with a real chance of a very strong event. The formation of a Super El Niño is slow, majestic, and terrifying. It begins with weakening winds that held warm waters in check. The warmest pool on the planet starts to migrate east. A vast river of heat flows within the ocean itself. It suppresses cold, nutrient-rich upwelling. Along Peru and Ecuador, consequences are immediate. Food chains collapse. Seabirds starve. Fish populations crash. Livelihoods vanish. Generations of fishing communities devastated. The ocean vents its heat like a giant radiator. Thunderstorms intensify. Jet streams shift. The planet's weather map is redrawn. Regions swing from drought to flood while oceans endure marine heat waves simultaneously. Global temperatures spike. Climate change is the escalator. El Niño is the jump. It gives us a terrifying glimpse of the warmer future that is fast approaching. The effects of a Super El Niño are not confined to the Pacific. They spread globally. Altered circulation triggers a cascade of consequences, felt in nearly every corner of the world. In some regions, the threat is a lack of water. Australia and Indonesia face devastating droughts and catastrophic bushfires. Southern Africa often sees reduced rainfall. Elsewhere, the danger is too much water. The southern United States, California to Florida, faces heavy rains and floods. The Horn of Africa and parts of South America, too. Landslides and outbreaks of waterborne disease follow. More energy can fuel stronger cyclones. Heat becomes a silent killer. Records shatter. March 2026, 7,000 plus daily records fell across the American Southwest. Hospitals crowd with heat stroke. Grids strain under cooling demand. Food and water security wobble. Supply chains bend. Prices rise. Crises cascade. For no country is the threat more acute than for India. The summer monsoon provides over 70% of annual rainfall. It is lifeblood. It replenishes rivers, recharges groundwater, and feeds over 1 billion people. El Niño often weakens the monsoon through altered pressure and wind patterns. Even before full onset, India is sweltering under early, intense heat. April 2026. Multiple states cross 45 degrees Celsius. Feels like hits 52. IMD warns the 2026 monsoon may be below normal. Deficits mean lower yields and potential food shortages. Snow cover in the Hindu Kush Himalaya has dropped by nearly 28%. Less summer snowmelt threatens the Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra, water for hundreds of millions. Power generation drops just as demand soars. The elderly, the young, and outdoor laborers face lethal nights and relentless days. A triple blow: extreme heat, severe water scarcity, and food insecurity. El Niño is natural, an ancient rhythm. But today it unfolds in an unnatural environment. Fossil fuels loaded the air with heat-trapping gases, lifting the planet's baseline. The ocean absorbed over 90% of the excess heat. That energy remains, waiting. El Niño taps this reservoir, potentially making events stronger and longer. Research suggests powerful El Niños may be becoming more frequent. 2023, 2024, 2025, the 3 hottest years on record in an accelerating trend. 1 year alone saw 770 million, 1 in 12, experience record annual heat. 2026 has a 30% chance to briefly exceed 1.5 degrees, a critical guardrail. As scientists note, while El Niño is natural, its impact is more severe due to climate change. We are not merely observers of this storm, we are its architects. Record low Arctic ice in January, March, and early April mark the system's excess heat. This is the new normal from which El Niño launches. The data is clear. The warnings have been issued. WMO and global centers say a powerful El Niño in 2026 is high probability. The Pacific is already heating. We stand on the precipice of unprecedented extremes. What happens next has 2 endings, and the pen is in our hands. Ignore the warnings, brace for impact. Orange skies, failed crops, submerged towns, hospitals overwhelmed. Or use the gift of time. Early warnings up to 15 months enable planning. Governments, communities, industries. Conserve water, plant drought-resilient crops, set up cooling centers, strengthen power grids, protect the vulnerable. Preparation isn't enough. We must slash emissions and accelerate the energy transition. This event may be unavoidable. The severity of the next ones is not yet written. This is not just weather. This could change everything.